West can't stop hugging Ciara. Loverboy is not at soft bar, and Sharon still does not like a Lindsay. Welcome to Showmance, guys, the #1 show on YouTube doing deep dives on shows with no depth.
Dives as deep as Kyle's sad unanswered text thread.
Oh, that's sad.
Bro.
That's sad because even if they're like, you all know, I don't think they're together anymore, but like it really, I think they're probably still like, business partners and roommates down the hall, and like he can't even get like fly safe or like welcome home.
I get annoyed
good
with
night.
Shane when he doesn't text me back. I'm like, you see me. And the great
Yeah.
words of Ciara, I matter.
Yeah.
All I do is text him pictures of my bread baking all day. And he's like, they all look the same. I'm like, I don't care. You need to respond. Anyway, guys, we just finished a West Side Scandal Volume 6. I don't know why I keep thinking it's Volume 5, but who can say
Maybe it
point?
is. I don't know.
It was really good. Go back, check it out, and then or stay here and then go back and check it out. It's a free country.
Yeah, I would recommend to first go and listen to the leaked audio because
it's
we're
still up.
not sharing it because we kind of got in trouble last time. So go check that out on Reddit first, and then come back and listen to West Side Scandal.
Yeah.
And then come back and listen to this if you've logged out of listening to this.
Okay,
A lot of stuff to do. Sorry.
and you're welcome.
So we start off, everyone is prepping to go on this boat ride. I always get a little jelly when people get to go on a boat ride because
I know I
I
love
love a boat ride.
Yeah.
Mia says goodbye to Scott, which I think Mike couldn't watch
Get
that.
your hands off my lady. My other lady.
And then they drive out to the boat and they have that kind of quick conversation of Kyle being like, okay, so they had this conversation. Do you think anywhere in this conversation, Ciara says to Wes that I have feelings for you? Mia quickly says, listen, I think they just got to become friends first. And Kyle, because he's what did he call himself? Helpless romantic.
Yeah.
It's hopeless, Kyle. That he's like, somewhere in an alternate universe, I really just would like them to get back together. And it's just, oh, how wrong you will be in a few months.
No,
Poor
I know.
Kyle.
And I also just am like loving Kyle so much in this moment. And I hate you even more for that, Amanda. Like this goes against nature,
Loving Kyle.
Yeah,
It's against
Yeah.
Natalie's religion.
it is.
I'm ready to watch KJ and Dara have kids. Listen, we talked a little bit about she disagrees. This episode to me was the weirdest episode I've ever seen in my life.
It was so strong. I can't
It
even.
was a montage for 42 minutes.
That's right.
Of nothingness. I was telling them, I'm like, this is a string out. This is what the assistant editor does before they deliver it to the story producers and the editor, who then go make a TV show out of it. I don't know how it slipped past the rest of the process, but like this show to me, this episode was so
I know, Mike.
awkward.
They're overwhelmed.
They're
They've
a
got too
little
much on their
overwhelmed.
plate.
Yeah, apparently. Like nothing even lasted long enough to get into. It was super weird. So all my analysis and deep dives this episode are going to be weird shit like this right here. I'm ready for Dara and KJ to get married and have kids. And then I want to watch them parent their kids. I want to watch KJ teach kids how to skate and go do fun dad stuff and like, whatever. And
Get
then
toddler grills.
yeah, little baby grills.
Yeah.
And make them look like little baby UFC fighters with like the little stick-on tattoos and stuff. And then Dara with the planning and the like managing of the family in the house and the like what she was like, we got sandwiches, we got the thing, we got the deal, and the packing it. Like I feel like they could be super parents.
I really like them.
Yeah, no, I did.
And I'm so happy because this season has been such a dumpster fire on so many levels to
Yes.
have liked Dara and KJ from jump. And they haven't disappointed.
Yeah.
Even in real time, like they're still together and in love. I just thank you guys. You don't even know what you have done for society at large. We really needed a win.
Well, the world probably could have ended if they didn't get together in Summer House this year.
100%.
So many opportunities.
Yeah.
So thank you. The
Yeah,
world thanks you.
Thank you so much. We're indebted. We have a debt of gratitude towards you. Do you have anything to say about the car ride? Or can I move on to the boat?
No, just love Kyle. I mean, I'm not including that though.
Yes, you are. Yes, she said it. She loves Kyle. Okay, so they get to the boat and Mia asks Ciara how the conversation went. She's like, it went well. And then she says this thing that I know she wishes she didn't say when she's just like, he's just my person. And it's just, we got a thing. And it just, yeah.
I was so confused by that because I've never heard that said in a sentence that didn't mean it romantically. Like, but then she ends it with the friendship. And I honestly, I watched your guys' episode last week. I edited it. I had no idea what you guys were talking about because I hadn't watched the episode first. I do not know where, like, what I think. Okay, let me tell you where I think I landed. But this could also just be a me thing. Sometimes I think that Ciara likes West or still has a romantic feeling for West because I think she can't figure out why it couldn't work. And sometimes when you're just so sure that something should totally work, and I know he's into me, like he says it all the time, like to an annoying part, like she talk about my brains and my career, my this, but all he talks about is how hot I am all the time. Like he just left this thing. Like I know that he thinks I'm hot and I'm attractive, and I know that we get along really well and we have these great moments. So sometimes I think that like this is a relationship that she just still can't figure out. Like, how did that not work? How has this guy not figured it out by now? How has he not circled back and tried to make it all up to me? And so sometimes I think that is the connection. I don't know if it's as natural as like no, but we belong together and I still feel really strongly about him. I think she feels really strongly about something. I'm just not sure if it's the things that like we're all thinking that they are. Like, I think that she is still romantically interested in him, but it's not, I don't think she's in love with him anymore. I think that she's needs to button up this loop or something. Like
Close the loop.
close the loop. I just think that's a big factor in this, but I don't know where I fall, but in is it a friendship that she misses or the romantic relationship?
And I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in the middle.
Yeah. Wait, but you're on one side. I'm in the middle. You're not in the middle. I'm in the middle.
What's that from?
No, it's not. I'm just saying, like,
Showmance.
You guys were having two very like different, like, I think it's this and you think it's this. And I was trying to figure out where I was. And I think I'm in the middle, but with this other factor of ego and just like an unbuttoned up thing.
Yes. But for the record, I'm in the middle, but we're in different middles. You and me.
But then who's on the, so then you're just the only one on a side?
Yeah. Well, he thinks it's just friendship. I think it's friendship and like a little bit of like the relationship stuff in there too.
Okay.
I know, it's confusing. So many takes.
I know, it's very evolving.
Up next, Mia talks to Dara about the relationship with KJ, and she's just like, do you guys think you're moving too fast? And I really loved her answer, Dara's, when she just said, listen, I'm not on, yes, it is fast, but it doesn't feel weird to me. And basically like, I hope I don't get clobbered by this. And I don't think I will, but we're in the around portion. I might be finding out something great in a few months or something not so great in a few months. And Mia just keeps bringing up, she brought this up to KJ too, I think last time when they spoke, like there's just an age difference there.
What's that age difference?
I
Like
don't
they're
know.
acting like it's like a 10 or 12 year age gap.
My guess would be like 3 years, but I don't know.
I thought
That doesn't seem like that's not an age gap.
But is she like West's age and West is like in his early 30s?
I think she's probably, my guess is she's in her early 30s and he's in his late 20s, KJ.
I feel like KJ's like 23 years old or something.
Oh, maybe it is a big age gap. I don't know.
But
he's
like
so mature that it's hard to tell.
It's a 5-year age gap, but she's 33 and he's 28.
Oh, I thought he was way younger than that. That's why I thought that she kept saying the thing about the age difference. Because not because of the years, but because like when you are that young, the years matter.
Yes.
That would have made sense. If he was 23 or 24 and she was 30,
32.
then I'd be like, okay, this
Okay,
makes sense. 33-year-old woman and a 28-year-old dude.
Yeah.
I think we're
Could
good.
just be going off of like the never evolving, I should say, story of like a young guy just not being ready to commit and wanting to kind of like hook up wherever he can. KJ's just not that guy.
That's why I think it has more to do with something else that we're just not clocking yet, because you wouldn't ever, nobody would take KJ as someone who's like still trying to bang hoes all over the place. What I might think
Actually,
about
he was trying to, but he couldn't.
Yeah, he couldn't. I think he might just be immature in the sense of like hasn't had a lot of relationships, maybe maybe that's what they're saying, is that he's young. You've, had long-term he hasn't really been, and I don't know if he has, but I feel like
he's
maybe
talked
he hasn't.
a lot about how like he has been in relationships and he's gotten his heart broken, which is
Yeah.
why he wanted to like he's like, I am a lover boy and I want to be an F boy this summer. And it's not who you are, KJ.
I know.
And
I
we
don't know why they're
salute
tripping
you
out
for
so
it.
hard.
And he is oh God, please don't make me regret saying this, KJ. He seems so mature. And even if he wasn't like in feeling it with Dara anymore, I don't think he would walk down the path that the Jessies and Wests of the world have.
God, no.
So I feel like it would even be a different outcome, even if it wasn't them staying together.
No, I agree. The only thing I've ever had like about KJ is not even a weird moment. It's just that KJ to me is like, we love how communicative he is and how much he talks about his, when he was like, I had a good cry today. Sometimes I do think that it's a lot. It's a lot of emotion, and it could overload someone who's not also really into just feeling all your feels all the time.
I think Dara is that, and she said it, like, not that, but like when I think Mia had mentioned, like, he's very mature for his age, and then they said something about like, I don't remember what it was, but it had something to do with like handling shit or being communicative or being emotionally mature and being willing to talk through things and talk about stuff. And she was like, I've never been with someone like that. And he is that. She's like, so I'm good. So I think she's getting what she needs out of him, regardless of his age.
Yeah.
100%. And in that moment, didn't she also say something? I feel like it was around when you're talking about where she's just like, I've been waiting my whole life for this, kind of, where she was something like that. Yeah.
That she wasn't getting something, and he's the first person to like
give it to her,
give her this maturity or this respect, or it was something. Yeah. It was something that she hadn't had before. And in regards to like, I've dated dudes older than me, my age, this 28-year-old kid, as you put it, is finally giving me the respect and the maturity and whatever. I'm paraphrasing, putting words in her mouth for sure. But like, that's what she was getting at.
Yeah. And it is interesting too, because I've always dated guys who are older than me. Like I've never even dated someone who's my own age. Maybe like hooked up with someone younger, but I'm just like, this can't work.
Yeah.
And recently I've just been like texting with someone who is, granted, just like 2 years younger than me, or maybe even like a year and a half. But at first I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Because even though it's not a big age gap, especially when you're in your 40s, if you've never dated younger, you clock it for whatever reason. And it really does depend on the person, because listen, I don't know this person. Who knows if I'll ever meet this person? But like, so far they seem so wonderful and mature. And then all of a sudden you forget that the person's younger than you. And I wonder if Dara's having that experience with KJ, because he is so much more and showing up in these really great ways that she might not even be clocking that age difference.
Yeah.
Which is lovely.
Yeah.
Don't let us down, guys. We need you.
God, I'm just saying it so that it's here, and it's not something that I think is going to benefit me later, because I don't know what it is, but there is something about Dara. I have not put my finger on it yet. There's just something there, and I got nothing to offer. And maybe it's also that I already thought that, and then Lindsay said that thing, and so maybe that's like affirmed something to me that. But I'm just I look at her funny sometimes. I don't know why.
I understand. I do this with people too, like characters on these shows also, and I'm really hoping that like in time she'll be a safe space for us.
Yeah. And maybe even just getting out of this season without being made to be accountable for something, or like if she can just get out of this season, like get all that behind her, maybe then it all disappears. And because right now she's just like ripe for the picking, because like anybody can be made that.
And we have no history with her.
Yeah.
There's something about the first thing she said about West, which is like, West is the most amazing person in the world until you fall in love with him. That kind of depth of like reading someone or knowing someone, to me is a good apple. Like, I get what you're saying, and a bunch of people have said it too. They're like, I don't know, there's something, and like it's gone to the like little skin hanging off my tiny little toe. Like that's how much is left of what, but like You better not. Like if she does something, I'll be like, God damn it, that little thing was right on my toe. Like I won't be like totally stunned. But I always go back to that just clocking of a human and a personality to that level. And maybe it's nothing. Jenny
No.
O'Toole, let me know. But like to me, that was like, oh, you're smart. You think about things, you analyze things, you understand good, bad, remove bad. Like you removed yourself from, you understood what, like it was so much, there's so much brains and like
A
cognitive
thoughtfulness
process
and,
in that statement to me that I was like, I don't know if that's a bad person.
You and I feel like always go back to that moment where after she found out what like the rumor mill was spitting out with the Bailey stuff, and she was like, okay, first and foremost, is my dude okay? Second of all, take care of the drama later. Like I think that also really resonated with us.
That seems like a good person.
Oh, I forgot. Maybe that's what it is that I keep forgetting that they never talked about this again. They just, because West Side Scandal happened. Sometimes I think that she is going to get irritated by the KJ, Mia, Ciara
Who?
threesome. Dara. Listen, I would myself if I was just constantly watching them kind of take care of him and ask him questions and that they were about me, you know,
But
like, are you sure? Because she's like,
They went to her too.
Huh?
They went to her in the car.
Well, they didn't go to her. They were in the car and started
right,
talking
but
about
they
it. But they made
were asking
they
her
make
about it.
moves on KJ. They have taken him as their
Because I feel like they've known him like just a little bit longer.
totally. So I think I'm watching some. I wonder if Dara will end up being kind of possessive or kind of get freaked out by stuff like that. And again, I'm clocking this because I think that I would feel really intimidated for like, even though Mia's new, she's Ciara's girl and they're older. So I would just immediately be like, they're the big sisters. They're kind of like the seniors here and I'm the freshman. And like, they're really good friends with my boyfriend. They're still kind of looking at me funny. And I think that she can take that for a while, but anybody at a certain point is going to be like, when am I going to be a clear and free?
Yeah.
Like when am I not going to be a person that like, you drag my boyfriend off and talk to, like if that continues, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. And I'm just trying to figure
I think
it
if it continues, you might have a point. And if it got to that point, I think Dara would go be like, hey, can we go talk?
Yeah.
And the three of them would have probably one of the most amazing conversations
true.
you've
No, you're
ever
right.
heard in your life.
You're right.
That being said, I don't think it continues. I think the girls are like, are we good? You're good? All right. Let us know if we need anything. You're good? You're good? Okay. You guys don't do this. These assholes over here, that's not what we're doing. You're going to do KJ and Dara. All right. We'll be here and be smacking my around if shit gets crazy. Do your thing. I don't think it gets that. I don't think it gets to that.
And
place.
even just from the season, like there's no time for that.
Yeah.
We're moving on and something so
These are-
massive is going to have happened
Yeah,
that
these
if they
are-
can make it out of this season clean,
That's right.
then like they're in like fun, I think.
Yeah.
I think so too.
And I think if Ciara can forget about all these idiots, like these four and maybe Jesse and and Bailey. I know you read something. I'm bummed that Lexi's maybe not coming back.
Yeah, me too.
Levi?
But like, sorry, Levi.
Yeah.
Um,
But you know, that's just the rumor mill.
yeah, that's the rumor mill. I don't know. It'll never happen. But like, I wish KJ, Dara, Miguel, Leah, like I wish that a batch of these people,
I know when you said
like
that last week, I'm like, who's Miguel and Leah?
I wish those people, Mia's, Ciara, I want to see a show with those people.
Yeah.
Normal ass, nice people, doing shit, being a team.
I want to see these people normal, and I want to bring some new crazies because you got to have some crazies.
I don't know. I think I'm good on the crazies.
We thought so on the Valley too. Turns out it's a bit of a snooze.
Wait, how great was that tweet that said, Scamanda is like, there's so much going on at Bravo right now that I forgot that I hate Janet.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're welcome, Janet.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Okay, so up next, the guys talk to Kyle quickly and they're just like, you having a good weekend, bro? And he's like, I really am. And obviously the conversation moves into the fact that he's having a
You
good
guys
weekend
are about
because
to ruin it.
Amanda's not
Talking
there.
about my dumbass wife.
I'm so sorry. Right before the conversation, Amanda, Kyle, and Ciara have that quick call, which I can't watch this season without having all of these different, more informed opinions on Amanda when she's
Yeah.
just like, oh, it was the best weekend, responded. This is when we learn about how she just never really responds to Kyle, which is just, if you are in a partnership with someone to
Yeah.
not respond to his text messages, it's just so cold and
I know.
kind of cruel.
I know. And when
Then
she
don't be
says
with him.
that,
It's like
you know,
torturing him.
and Kyle, it seems so like, and maybe Kyle's just better at this and older and wiser and knows that he needs to say, okay, love you. Like he's being so nice on the phone and she's not saying anything back and she's just bummed about West. And like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Cause here's the thing. I never knew these two to be like really great friends this whole time. Like they've been fine enough, you know, but like I have noticed obviously what I notice about them is that they look for each other in a room, which I think it was immediately romantic. I don't think that there was ever a friendship between these two. They're going to try to act like there was, but it was just like, no, we have a share house and you're banging my friend and you're friends with my husband. And like, I just don't think that that Amanda and West have anything in common to be like building anything on aside from just like jokes and beers, you know, and bikinis and pools. Like that's, which is a lovely foundation. Don't get me wrong.
Where did Kyle grow up? Where did Kyle grow up?
I think New York.
In the city?
Oh no,
And he
Kyle?
grew up in.
No, I think he's from like Vermont.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Vermont, Maine, somewhere in the
Somewhere
Northeast.
like that. Yeah.
It was just sad, and it also like there's just a quick moment that happens later in the ep where he's like, "Oh, I texted you when I got home last night. Never heard from you. Just saying hi again." Like they were planting the seeds for the fact that he is being ignored.
Yeah. And also when she did say that thing about Wes, she's like, she did this weird cackle after it and it just like stuck with me. Like if anyone else just remembers her being like, yeah, of course I did. Like it was just so weird and gross and everything is weird. She's so weird now. Everything's weird.
So you know what we didn't cover in the West Side Scamandal thing, and I know this is very serious, so you might want to like cut it out. But all of these speculations now that West was doing coke all summer, and like the pictures of people are zooming in, and there's a little bit of frosting on his nose, and what like
at a share house. What are you supposed to do at a share house? Not do
yeah,
coke?
no. Organza and I were going back and forth
it.
about stuff, and then she was like, "Oh, and did you see this?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And I go, "But if I'm being real, like I would do way more drugs if they were offered to me, so I can't really like pass a ton of judgment on this." And she's like, "Yeah, no, for real."
No one's offering, but if they were, can we back up a little bit and talk about how cute little tiny baby Ben is? Did anyone realize how tiny Ben was?
What do you mean tiny?
When they all showed up and Wes and Ciara were rekindling on the thing with the hand and everyone went and gave him a hug. Did you see the little tiny person behind them all in the group hug? That was Ben.
no,
I think Ben maybe is 5'6".
no, he's a model. He's got to be at least like
5'7".
no, like
No.
6
Is
feet.
he
Oh.
a child model?
No, I think Ben's 6 feet.
There's zero chance Ben is 6 feet. I don't even think he's as tall as West.
What's his last name? Waddell or something?
Tiny.
Ben Tiny.
Waddell in Australian means little. He's a little. But also, Ben's growing on me. I said it. I put
It's
it
too
out
late.
there.
He's over.
Ben is 6.
What do you mean?
Oh, no, that
Too
nothing.
late.
Ben
Ben is 6 nothing. That's all lies. He's not. Go back and watch that scene. Ciara and West are towering over him.
Well, Ciara had big shoes on, I think.
Hey, cool. I didn't know you love Ben so much.
I
You're
don't.
defending his height.
I'm on his agency's website.
But also when the boys were talking and Jesse was yapping, I got this thing that I've kind of clocked with Jesse for a while now, but I've never like realized what it was until this scene when he's talking to Kyle. And he's just kind of looking, like he's not really looking at Kyle. He's doing one of these where he's kind of looking over there. And I'm like, oh, you look like an SNL actor. And that's what's the thing that's been, if you went back and looked, he's always kind of looking off like he's reading a cue card.
Who is this?
Jesse. Where there's like a producer being like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this and you're going to talk to Kyle. And then 3 minutes before he's like, wait, what are we doing? And then one day they were like, can we get some cue card? Can someone go out and get me a cue card? And they're like, cue
No.
cards, a reality show. And they're like, Jesse. And they're like, copy.
right.
Can we get some cue cards? And there's a cue card for Jesse.
Yeah, because he has been chiming in on things that like he has no business chiming in
He
on.
can't remember those kind of things he's talking
no,
about.
he can't.
And
You're
he's
right.
always looking off to into
There's like
the
some
space.
PA on one of those hoverboards out in the ocean that's like
Yeah.
showing him his cute
Yeah,
card.
That's
legit.
hilarious.
There's
Like
like a plane that goes by.
It's
No,
like
it's
that,
a
the
jet
banner.
ski that just goes by.
It's a flag waving.
I just want you to know that his agency says he's 6'1.5".
Cool. Go watch
I've
that
never heard
scene.
Mike made
If
that
he's
noise
6'1.5", Ciara's 7'2", and West is 6'9".
Listen, all I know about Ben is that
Or
he made some
Ben
really
is-
weird
was
faces in
in
a
a hole.
confessional this episode that I didn't appreciate any of them.
They were really awkward.
Yeah,
He
he
seems
shouldn't
like
ever do
he-
any of those again.
It seems like a PA told him, they've been talking, and I think you're coming back. And he's like,
Getting
"Hey,
excited.
giggle, giggle, giggle." Yeah, it's hilarious. He's so awkward, but I think I like him.
Okay, does anyone have anything to say about the conversation that the boys have with
Kyle? Okay, so first of all, when we enter that scene, it kind of shows Ciara's like kind of lounged up next to West, and she's looking at him like this, and I'm like, this can go.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize she
nowhere
was in that
good.
scene.
Yeah, she was
On the boat?
Yeah.
When the guys are all talking?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I feel like they panned to that moment because like they just literally made up, and she's like kind of like.
That's what I said last episode. So we did this.
Oh, now you're not in the middle anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
No! The middle
Wherever
is,
she
I
needs
think
to
it's both.
be is the middle.
The middle is, I think it's feelings and friendship.
Yeah.
That's my middle.
And anger and
I am-
betrayal and love and happiness. All the things.
yeah.
Just in case.
I am so
No.
I don't understand what she's doing here. I don't understand. It is going 0 to 60. It's an odd like new comfort zone that she's really belly flopped into that I didn't expect. So it's just throwing me a little bit. I still don't really understand it. Okay. Anyway, the other thing about that scene was that, again, what you were just saying, like that Jesse's just sort of like chiming in on things, and you think he has a cue card. Like when he starts to talk to Kyle, like, so do you think that like you're like kind of having a better time that Amanda's not here? And Kyle's like, yeah. Like it's very like a duh.
Ooh, where have you been all weekend,
Yeah,
Jesse?
like because every time I'm myself, my wife kind of just is irritated that I'm just here living as myself. And like I get that. I was irritated when Kyle was doing anything as himself. This old 10-year span. So I hear that. But then Jesse like tried to keep going with it. So yeah, I guess you guys just need to like, you know, decide if you guys like each other or like if you're willing to work or if you're, and then Kyle goes, can we just not talk about it?
That was even worse. Jesse, like, I don't think Jesse wanted to finish because he was like, so you guys, he basically was saying like,
That's
so
what I'm saying. Because Jesse's so dumb that he started a conversation he shouldn't have because the option B was basically you guys kill each other or basically you guys break up.
yeah.
So I just think he tried to start a conversation with Kyle that he really had no business in because he didn't have the option B that wasn't like you could just jump off this boat right now and kill yourself too.
Because the option B is, or you get divorced.
Yeah.
Well, right. Yeah. I mean, yes, but I think that is the other option. You need, I mean, what is the other option? Like you fix your marriage or you're going to, like we all knew what he wanted to say. I think Jesse is like in a weird, dumb, too sweet to say it, you know, to be like, he didn't want to put he didn't want to say that to Kyle's face. Like, otherwise you're going to have to break up or get a divorce or whatever.
Right. I'm saying that he should have never had that conversation because he had nothing riveting to say anyways. It was all very basic bitch. Like, so I guess you guys just need to see if you can still find a reason to live. And then if you can't, then you don't. Like, it's like he was trying to have a conversation that nobody's going to Jesse for relationship problem questions or like, how can I fix my marriage
I'm going to
question?
Jesse to gossip, and that's it.
I'm going to Jesse to ask, like, you know, if Carl's gay. That's what I'm doing. So when he didn't have an answer, yes, you're right. But like, you don't go into a conversation like that without having option B answer not being.
I don't think foresight is
No,
his
he
strong
didn't think
suit.
about any of it.
No.
Yeah.
No,
And
but
so I
that's what
think,
I'm
I think
saying.
Kyle was trying to
Yeah.
let him off the hook to be like,
Yeah.
maybe we just don't talk about it. And he's like, okay.
Do they have lollipops on the boat? I heard they have
I think the
lollipops.
option was, or you're going to have to get divorced.
Right. Which, why are you having this conversation on this boat with Kyle, a man that's 100 years older than you and has 100-year-old friends to have these kinds of conversation with? Jesse, you're not here for
Also,
the marriage
friends
talks.
that have been in relationships longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like Jesse hasn't had a relationship over a year.
Yeah.
When I was in my last relationship, you mean with Lexi last year when she broke up with you 3 times?
And then you said it wasn't really a relationship because it was only 4 weeks.
Okay, so then we get back to the house. West goes into Ciara's bedroom and does
You're doing too much.
one of 2 incredibly long hugs. It was one of those, we're breathing.
Like they'd already done it.
We're synchronizing our heartbeats. I mean, that was a very intimate, familiar hug.
Yeah.
I can't.
Everything that he's doing now, because after he admitted that he resented her and it's been years of resentment, this whole thing is because we talked about it when we did the show with Coca, like, oh God, what do you call it? The before scandal, like BS time, like BC, before
Happier
Christ.
times.
Yeah. That he is very aware that his popularity and his acceptance by the audience is all lies in Ciara's hands. It's all about Ciara's audience. You got to impress Ciara's audience. You got to make sure that they know that you're here for her. You're being nice to her. You see her. You think she's a good old gal and like all the things. Like all these hugs, there was like 3 in one day that were like this. And it was just like, you are making sure that this gets put into the cut. You're making sure that these hugs are all, or at least 1 or 2 out of 3 ain't bad or whatever. Like it just, because now I know that he was never ever serious. We even find, like, as we get to the end of the episode, he makes another comment that you're like, oh, you're not looking to get back into anything with her. You're just trying to keep it cool. You want to have a good summer. You want things to be cool. Maybe she gets drunk and lets you see her boobs again, that's it. And that's all this has ever been for him is he's pissed at her. But I need her to like me so that I can elevate.
So that America likes me.
Yeah.
Deplorable.
Yeah, you're disgusting.
After that, Sabrina FaceTimes with Ben and Ciara, and they fill Sabrina in on what the conversation was. And this is when Sabrina spills the beans and was like, oh, this is great because he says he has a crush on you. I can't put my finger on Sabrina. I truly don't know this. I don't know who this woman is. Everything seems like harmless, but also she's like dropping big bombs and saying things that are cast kind of things consistently.
Yeah.
And I don't think she has a mean bone in her body in the sense that like she's actively trying to stir things up or whatever. I don't know who she is. She is a mystery wrapped in a riddle with a bow of a conundrum.
She's not though. She's just that girl. Like they might have just hit the jackpot in a casting situation. Like that girl exists. That person exists. I don't even want to make it a girl. Like, but that person that's just like super fun, bubbly, sweet, cute, opens their mouth, says shit all the time. Where you're like, dude, don't. Yeah. Did I say something? Yeah. You just remember that they don't. Oh my God, I didn't mean. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And you're like, no, it's cool. It's cool. Next week, she's going to do it again. She's just going to do it all over. And if you want to be friends with her, which you do, because she's great and sweet and funny and will be there for you and is amazing. And like, don't tell her stuff that you don't want everyone to know because it's not going to be mean. She's just going to be like, oh, well, and then, honey, remember you told him that you were buying that house? And you're like, this isn't the guy that I'm up for the job promotion. Like, don't tell him I'm buying the house and now he knows I've got the promote
job. And
like, honey, that's Bob. Oh my God, I didn't know
he
that
loves
was
you,
Bob.
Bob. You love him,
You
right?
guys are best friends, though. Yeah, no, we were.
Except
right?
that one time you did that weird thing in the lunchroom. But everybody
it's
does
fine.
a weird thing.
Yeah, I thought it was weird, but he didn't think it was that weird.
Yeah,
so
I think she's that girl, and I think that's why Ben is kind of likes her because she's just goofy and stupid. Not stupid like dumb, but like
harmless.
just silly, stupid.
And Ciara called her. Like that wasn't a phone call that she intercepted. That wasn't Ben was calling her. Like Ciara seemed like she was like they went to the room to call Sabrina and tell her what happened. Like
totally.
Are they just one of those people that like met and like were like, oh, we're best friends? Like
Lexi and Bailey.
I don't see Ciara as like a person that like makes friends that easily. And so I don't know what kind of voodoo magic this bitch did on her, but it seems like a lot.
You know, as you guys are like unpacking her a little bit more, I think I totally now know who she is. Thank you. I've only seen her on sitcoms. Like she's like a sitcom character that says the thing that
She's
you
Phoebe.
know.
Yeah, sorry.
Get out of my head. No, please. You're right. I was literally thinking it's like a Phoebe kind of character. And you believe it for some reason on the sitcom, but you're like, oh, that would never be a person in real life that actually exists. And I truly have never met anyone like this. So I think while I'm watching her, I'm like, no, because Phoebe's in the TV. You're out of the TV. This is reality TV.
Yeah.
I've known two of these girls, and I had a Jen and a girl Jennifer in high school, like the epitome of the just like super cute, super sweet. This girl was dumb as shit, but like fun dumb, like, and just would say the dumbest. You just be like, and nobody like. It just get away with it all the time. Yeah. And then when I moved to LA, we had a girl in our friend group, same for a little while. That was just like, what? What did I say? Like, wow.
And then we go to the confessional and hear what's his name basically just doing all those weird faces and weird movements. And I would like to just say, don't ever do that again because you're a model. We're not here for that. That was weird.
After this, we've got the dinner outside, which I will say this was the moment in the show where I was like, oh, I love days like this. Like you're on the water all day, getting a good day buzz. Then you go back to the house and you put on warm, cozy sweats and everyone's like a little wind blown and sun kissed. And you go outside, unpack all the to-go dinner box. You know what I mean? Like it's just, oh, it's so good. And
Jesse was so excited about the new spot.
Yeah, so nice. And so anyway, they start talking about Soft Bar. Carl's obviously the whole episode's kind of like leading into the launch of Soft Bar. He, in a not so veiled but kind of veiled way, brings up how everyone's been so supportive. You know, wink, wink, Kyle. This is at you, Kyle. And I will say, when Kyle kind of unpacks all of it in his confessional, I'm like, I understand what you're saying. You know, you've been so transparent with him, and he said he knows more than anybody else that like. The company's not doing well. I've put in $500,000 of my own money. My marriage is falling apart. I'm not taking a salary. We haven't had sex in a year. Like these are all really DEFCON 1 level things.
Yeah.
And I know that Carl wants, it's why I think we would be nervous for Bailey and Carl to get into a relationship because we're just like, no. Like Bailey can't shoulder all of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your therapist can, Bailey cannot.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of all of that at dinner.
Yeah. I have been in the party of this whole time. Kyle should have come up with 15 friggin' grand to give him. I've always thought that, but so much has happened that like, I just can't say that I feel that way anymore because my mind is so just bent towards this whole other situation that is just so massive. And what I'm trying to do is be easy on Carl because it's making Carl look like really lame to me, like how much he keeps bringing it up and like, saying the thing about like everybody here's been supportive, but some people have been with their wallets. Like if Kyle has been telling you all this stuff and you're still going this hard to have a storyline and it will be that nobody gave or Kyle didn't give you any money. And I don't know, like it's just, and I saw him in an interview and like you were totally right when you were like Carl never says anything like this. And I bet you he's kicking himself being like, I can't believe the one time I did. I'm not even joking you. I almost feel like he like said that verbatim, like in an interview. I just saw him and he was like, I go after Carl or he's like, I go after Kyle and pretty hard. Like, and I think it's over Amanda. And I feel pretty stupid right now. Like he really says like, I never even do that. And then I did, and it was over this. And I have it's a lot in retrospect, you know, and whatever. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to like not be hard on him because I understand how this all happened and I was in his boat before this happened. But like, yeah, Carl, shut the fuck up, move on with your life and let it go.
I was going to say, no, I feel exactly the same way as you. I remember we were agreeing on this, like just find the money somewhere.
Yeah.
You bought your wife a $12,000 gift, which I get it. Like you're trying to save your marriage. And obviously that is of paramount importance. It trumps what's going on with Carl. I just remember agreeing with you so wholeheartedly, and I have really shifted
Yeah.
as time has gone by. And like that's why I was saying, hearing everything he said when he broke it down in the confessional. And even if everything wasn't going on, that is going on now with the scandal stuff, because we still know they're getting divorced.
Yeah.
So I just think the tide would have turned from me also,
Yeah.
regardless of the Scamanda stuff.
You know what? Another thing about it is that, like, this is really like for, again, I don't want to dive too deep into it because I want to just let Carl off. I want to let everybody really off the hook except for these two nincompoops. I want everyone to just
I'll co-sign that.
Yeah. This would be something like if Kyle really did tell you all that stuff and he divulged everything about his marriage and his business and his sex life and his like whatever else is in the mix. If Carl told you about that and you didn't hear that and then you asked him to do something the next day, he would be the victim of a century and be like, he knew of the time I was going through and he knew that my brother had just did this and my mom, blah, 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 and my business. Like, he would never let you forget any, like, it would just be a very, like, lopsided, like, Carl would never stand for this, of like divulging all these things and then still being expected to do things. He would run with it for a season. And so I want Carl to stop doing that in general.
Same.
But this, I need him to stop at this episode. This needs to be the end of it, even though I know there's a fight coming up.
I know.
If that fight is, I think, like you said, I think that fight is about Amanda or some like comments about Amanda or something. I don't think it has anything to do with the loan or the investment or whatever. Which makes me, and I think we all are pretty clear that like, this is clearly a storyline for Carl. Like, I don't even think Carl's really, like, he probably was at first, like, are you serious? Like, I gave you money, you're not going to give me money?
Yeah.
And then Kyle was like, yeah, dude, let me explain a couple things that are going on in my life right now. And Carl was like, okay, cool, understand. Probably still a little butthurt. Then the weekend, Kyle was like, no, I'll lose my business. Like, I'm going to probably lose my company. I'm going to be out a couple $1,000,000. That's, I think, when Carl was like, okay, I think I'm going to shut up now. But then couldn't, because the producers were like, no, dude.
What else you have?
You got to keep pushing this. And I'm thinking at this point, both of these dudes know the game. So
that's
Kyle knows that Carl's and so I think that's probably more annoying to Kyle. Like, he knows it's not real, but he's also like, really?
This is the thing. I'm the cheap. Now I'm cheap.
Yeah, but
and
like,
not helping
you're
my
gonna.
friend.
My
Great.
wife's leaving me. She's banging this dude. I'm an asshole. I'm losing my company. And Carl's mad I didn't give him 15 grand. Like,
or call him on his
guys. Have
on
I been
the
that
death
big
anniversary for the 15th year in a row, or like whatever it is.
So I think that's probably more.
that's probably
Carl's
true.
Or Kyle's annoyance.
It also could be, which is kind of in the vein of what you're saying. You know how sometimes something in your life happens and you're like telling a friend the story of it. Minnie is so cute. And they're like, oh, wait, rewind that. What happened? And you tell them the part again and they're like, it's kind of messed up. And you're like, nah, whatever. I know this person. It's not that bad. And like they push you to the point that all of a sudden you're like, huh. Yeah, I am pissed. I feel like that's because Carl's like me. Carl's like gullible in a sense, you know? And he's a little Mayberry and like wants to, like I think he's a believer.
It was probably Jesse just chiming in again where he doesn't really have any business and being like, so I gave you I gave you money. That guy didn't give you money?
I think between Jesse and the producers.
Yeah.
He's like, I am mad. Thanks for telling me. So anyway, after this, everyone goes out except for KJ. Poor KJ, he was tie-tie. KJ, Ben.
He's a growing boy.
I think he got seasick.
Oh.
On the boat.
Yeah, possibly. And also maybe a little hung. Carl, KJ, and Ben all stay back. Ben talks on the phone with Sabrina. Who cares? They get home.
Oh, what'd he say to her though? He says, everything went really well and now we can go on a double date.
Yes. Yeah.
So like, I want to know, what did West like? How did West portray this whole thing to you, Ben? Like, I know that they've had their side conversations. He clearly told Sabrina, or no, I guess he told Ben, I have a crush on her.
Or was it just through what Ciara said? Maybe he hadn't spoken to West. he could have just gotten the information through Ciara. Because remember, Ciara, Ben, and Sabrina were all on the phone earlier.
Yeah, but I'm talking about even like the crush part from earlier, and now he's talking about a double date. So it's like clear that West has told him things, which I just believe is all a lie and all is fake. Like, I just don't think that he does have a crush on Ciara and that he does want to go on a double date. And because then later on, he's like, I don't even know about this double date. Wait,
I have a question about this though. When allegedly, when he said this to Ben, Ben's like, we were out, came home, and they showed footage. Who knows if that's actually when he said it to him? But I was thinking he was drunk when he told him. Were you thinking that?
Oh, I mean, maybe, but I'm not like letting him off the hook for saying drunkenly that he had a crush on Ciara.
I was just thinking that if he was drunk, he might not have been able to stick to like his script of like, this is what I'm doing, so America will love me. It was more just like, maybe he does actually have some weird repressed feelings that he only is saying when he's drunk.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just wondering if you thought that too.
I just think that he's so calculated and in his head and trying to maneuver that like I'm sure he get drunk and forget about his grandmaster plan, but like, I don't know. I don't have any leeway for him anymore. Like everything just looks bad. And so I'm probably going to be assuming the worst at all corners here with him.
I fully agree with you. I think my worst is him. It's like, again, I keep finding myself where it's just like, it's a little bit of everything where I think he does have some repressed feeling, right? But he's more mad at her, doesn't want to be in a relationship with her, wants to screw whoever. Clearly, one of those people is Amanda. But like, I think that's somewhere in there also, but he would never, it's not enough for him to ever act on it, talk about it to her in a sober conversation.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This is when Kyle breaks down the text thread with Amanda. Like, I'll text her, taking off, landed, just got home from the gig, walked the dogs, and he doesn't get a response, which is that makes me soup sad. But we've covered it. It's fine.
No, I know. And then he also has a confessional, which I think that just because of this outfit and what he said the very first time that we saw him in this outfit was when he started saying, I get that everyone's got the best intentions, but like maybe tell her, hey, why don't you pay attention to your husband? But instead, everyone's just over here all flirting. And like that was the first time we ever heard him call out Wes for flirting. And this was also appeared the first episode after the bomb dropped. And I had always thought that weekend was spent. Kyle, I think he went back in for confessionals because this is the second one that has something very West centric. So I think that they are after the fact coming back and doing a little swoop into
extra 2 cents.
Yeah. Because he says he brings up again on this one, the only time she had FOMO was for West. And like, that's so specific.
So pointed.
Yeah.
That speaking of West, he now goes up to Ciara's room again to do an elongated, breathy breath work hug. And
it's like Shep doing his freckle text, telling everybody in 3 different rooms to like make sure that it made the edit.
She says she's stubborn, he's stupid.
Yeah.
He's stupid. He says he's stupid. She said whatever it is, they both agree that she's stubborn and he's stupid. And facts.
I know. But she's like really hanging on to him tight and like really enjoying these long hugs. And he's just like standing there taking it in. And
but he also put his hand on the back of her head.
Yeah.
Which is not really a friend thing. Like if I was crying about something, God forbid something terrible happened, right? And Mike was the person closest to me, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like, let me give you a hug. Mike would not be holding my head. Right.
Yeah. No,
that's an intimate thing.
The whole thing's weird. It's just so weird. And I honestly, I just would be remiss to say that I don't get totally thrown by how like Ciara let that wall down and then the wall is just gone overnight. Like it's a really fast moving train here that I didn't even know she was capable of.
Well, I don't know if you remember last episode when we were talking about this, I had said, I was like, it's why she had the wall up, because she knows if I give 1 inch with this, like I can't, it's like a drug addict.
Yeah, I know that's true.
Like I've been in her, so projection disclaimer, I have been in her shoes and I'm like, no, I have to be this gnarly about it, because if I let you in 1 iota, I'm done. You're my kryptonite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And clearly that is a part of this.
Clearly watching exactly that happen. Like just the way she lets her back like slink in to his body, like it like just kind of like falls into him. Like
she looked different, like
yes,
lighter.
I know. Oh God, what a asshole.
Okay, so now we've got the next morning, Dara and KJ are talking about how like they, you know, everyone officially knows that they're official and how do they feel about it. I really like how they connect. It's not schmaltzy. It's not over the top. It's nice. They seem like they're on the same page.
Yeah. And then this is where she brings up like, oh, how did everything go? How did everyone take it? Did you, how they're so communicative. Did you like telling everybody about the new title or like, how did that go for you? I know you were nervous. And he's like, yeah, I was pretty nervous because of like to tell the girls about it.
Yeah. And I like that they spoke about it.
Yeah. When she asked about that, after watching her watch them when they were doing the thing, all sitting together outside last episode, when she was kind of looking over at them, and then in the car when she talked to me about it, and then bringing it up now, like that's why, like this is like kind of the third sort of like her kind of wanting to know like about that, and so that's where I got my like, I wonder if this is going to get rolled real fast for her, because she already seems kind of like, again, not intimidated, but kind of intimidated, like kind of like feeling like I have things to say about that, but I don't even know if they're going to come off right. I don't know if I should. If I could, can I say them to him and will he tell them? Like remember how Jesse used to go and talk to all the girls all the time? They knew everything that was like, and I would be like, God, if I'm Lexi, I would be so irritated at this. Now they were completely separate situations because Jesse was running his mouth about the biggest bullshit. Like he was basically just playing them all against each other and all that. But maybe that's just like reminiscent of that or something. So that's where I'm at with Dara, is wondering, you know, when is this going to not be good for her? But we already talked about this. This is really just, maybe I'm going to cut this whole thing because we've already talked about all this. And I don't know why I can't put words together.
It's late.
Extraordinarily today. Like I know that's my thing and all, but.
They're wonderfully communicative, and it's a breath of fresh air in the dumpster fire that is this season.
Yeah.
And then up next, we've got another combo between Jesse and Ciara. And again, like we just said this, she just feels lighter, and like this giant burden was lifted off of her shoulders. God,
like giggly and like little smiley and like
that's right,
asking other people questions about them, because it's not really about her right now, because she's got her thing like kind of tied up know, in her mind. So she's like, what about you?
Yeah,
what's going on with you?
Like there could totally be Ciara's so in love with this idiot, and all of that could be true. But she also said in the last episode, like the reason she went to finally talk to him is because she was tired of faking it.
Yeah.
And so like imagine, like, yes, the wait could have been, my best friend is back. This love of my life that I now have another chance to get back in is back. All of those things could be. It could very well also just simply be, I don't have to hide anymore.
This isn't a thing anymore.
He's been doing a thing for 2 years, hiding, like tiptoeing on eggshells, trying to be respectful, whatever. You can argue with me if he has or hasn't, but he's been trying, right? And she's been being a dick to this one dude for 2 years. Like they're both putting on a mask and a shell that they don't want to wear anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, it could just be that's a load off. You know,
it's just that. It's like a load off.
Yeah,
but I don't have to fake it anymore. I can just, West can be himself and go bang chicks, and she can be herself and be cool and funny and smart and witty and joke around with her buddy in the corner and say shit like, "Oh, they're spicy. I like them." You know, like. Not have to worry like, oh, is West around? Is West come? Oh, West is coming in to sit here. Like now I gotta be grumpy, and it's just like you said, it's a load off. That's a lot, man. That's a lot to carry around for 2 years.
So much of this would have been all good and fine. It was really the comment from Sabrina that like, if there was any chance of Ciara just going into this slowly and being like, okay, we're all cool now and whatever, it's like the second that she heard that,
But
he has a crush on you. It just felt like she was just all smiles, and now it's like she's got the idea again that like
I think it was already there though, babe. I do, because even with Kyle being like, "Oh, do you think she's gonna say anything?" Like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
feel like," I just think everybody knows there's something.
I know, but when someone just tells you straight up, he told me he has a crush on you. Like
But,
that's
like-
just like that's
Didn't Mia
straight
say it too,
romantic.
though?
That's not a friendship. Well, Mia said, "Oh, I think he's in love with you," but like that's a friend going, "I see how he's pulling your pigtails because he likes you." That's an observation to that. This was a very specific. He told me that he likes you. He thinks you're pretty. He wants to kiss you. Like that's a crush, you know?
Yeah, for some reason I thought last episode Mia said something like that also.
But I didn't even really watch.
Oh, okay.
all of this,
I also could totally be remembering it wrong. I just feel like there's enough people in this group
Yeah.
that are feeling this thing that like someone, maybe Ben would have said it, somebody was going to say something. Okay, the next chunk of the scene, because, you know, Jesse and Ciara start talking about like, "Oh, this is so great, Jesse. Are you feeling better? Because now mom and dad are getting along and baby feels settled. And how's
Yeah.
Kyle doing?" and all that stuff, which is lovely and fun. And we all know there's an anvil about to fall on her head in 6 months, you know,
Yeah.
T-minus 6 months. And then we get into like the meat and potatoes of this conversation, which we will get into, but we're going to get into in part 2.
Oh, this is where like Jesse basically spills all of Carl's secrets.
That's right. Yeah. And it's just a bigger thing. And we won't, like, since we're breaking it up, we'll meet us over at part 2.
Yeah. Oh, and part 2 will be up as soon as we possibly can get it up.
And by we, Nat means her, because she's our only.
I'm
She's
not
the
trying to
lone
be like,
soldier.
"Oh, woe is me." I just want, sometimes we'll say, "Oh, go head over to part 2," but it might not be there. So just know it'll be there as soon as humanly possible.
Yes. And I always just want everyone to know that you're working your tail off to get it up.
Everyone is.
But I think everybody knows. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Okay, ciao, ciao.